Well, good morning and welcome back. We have 67 degrees out there. Clouds moving in and will be with us most of the day, and even a chance for a few late morning, early afternoon drips, areas of drizzle up in our north zone. Only a high of 75 degrees today with those clouds. And again, very, very light rain, but possible up in our north zone closer to Lake Huron. Kim?
All right, well, no rain on the roads right now. We're taking a look at I-96 right at Middle Belt. Still pretty quiet out there. Conditions looking just great for your morning commute, and we are accident-free to start off this morning and this week.
Turning our attention to good health this morning, specializing in one sport or playing multiple sports. Specializing in one may not necessarily benefit young athletes. Many parents and coaches encourage children to focus on one sport that they can continue playing all the way through high school and beyond.
But a new study finds specialization at a very young age does not increase the likelihood of an athlete reaching the pros. Less than a quarter of professional athletes said they would want their own child to play just one sport.
What sports did you play?
I played soccer, I played tennis, I did track, I was a pole vaulter.
Oh,
in high
impressive.
school. I know.
You know, I had 1 year in middle school of track, and I did was it the high jump? Where you jump backwards?
Yeah.
They needed somebody, but I was terrible at it. I knocked the pole down all the time. Researchers have discovered possible warning signs of dementia.
Yeah, new research shows a 35% chance of developing the disease lies in these 5 risk factors: obesity, high blood pressure, depression, heavy smoking, and social isolation. If properly addressed, that risk drops. So you definitely want to try and get those things under control. Some could be a little harder or a little easier said than done. So, a temporary stay on deportation for hundreds of Iraqi refugees ends tonight, in fact, but a judge might step in and reinstate the ruling.
We'll let you know the very latest on that. But first, more than 100 suspected drag racers prompt police intervention right here in the city of Detroit. We'll have a live report next.
This week, live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News Today at 5:30 starts now.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Thank you for waking up with us. Brandon's forecast a little different today.
Certainly. We're going to talk to him in just a little bit, especially after coming off of a very fun, warm weekend. We do have a quick look at the stories that we're working on for you this morning, starting with this one.
Yeah, a suspected drag racing event busted. What police are saying about this dangerous gathering ahead in a live report.
Also, a 5-year-old girl and her father hit with a nearly $200 fine, all for having a lemonade stand. And wait until you hear the reason that they're getting fined.
Unbelievable. Also, a Help Me Hank consumer alert. We are heading into the hottest time for buying a car. This morning, experts reveal the sales that might be too good to be true. So we'll get to more on that. But first, a cool down with Brandon.
And I'm in the market for a car, so I can't wait to hear that story. Webster's out right on the top of our banner here. You can kind of see it's early, but Webster is getting going. So hopefully you are as well. Just getting up and smelling the roses today. It is going to be nice, 67 degrees, a little more cloud cover and wind than we'd like, but a huge relief from the weather we saw last week. Northwest winds 7. Those winds will be 7 to 17, gusting over 20. And from time to time, we have a chance for a little bit of drizzle up in our north zone. Sounds like a song. North zone drizzle. That's about it. North of I-69 through the late morning and early afternoon. Most of us just seeing clouds and a little bit of sun mixed in. 75 degrees at noon, 72 at noon, 75 the afternoon high temperature. And again, that north zone with the winds coming off of Lake Huron and a little spit and drizzle around, probably struggling in the upper 60s and low 70s. That is it. But you see again from north to south, those clouds are moving in for today. We do have some warmer weather in this 7-day summer, lovers, so have no fear.
All right, 80s is what we love to see. So, but today will be a nice cool down. We'll welcome that as well. was a hot weekend. All right, well, let's take a look at what's going on in the construction world over in Detroit. Eastbound Grand River here from Livernois to West Grand Boulevard. Only one lane open between the hours of 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Now keep this in mind for the week. This construction project wrapping up on Friday. And then over in Farmington, westbound Grand River from Middle Belt Road to Farmington Road. That is going to be closed for a nightly project. This starts at 8 p.m. wrapping up tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. In the meantime, if you want to get around this closure, you can use 8 Mile instead. Over to you.
Alrighty, Kim, thank you. It is 5:32 and new this morning. We've talked about this happening before, and it's happened again. More than 100 drag racers draw the attention of Detroit police, and thankfully, officers this time quickly moved in. They were able to shut it down before anyone got hurt.
Yeah, thank goodness for that. Let's get to Coco McElboy. She joins us now with more on where this all unfolded and the investigation that's now underway. Coco, good morning.
Good morning, Rhonda and Everett. Police describe this as a street party that quickly got out of hand. They say several hundred people gathered in the street and it made it very difficult to control. Now let's show you some video that we shot on scene last night. The street party took place on Grand River Avenue between Livernois and Oakman Boulevard. Police say there weren't any problems in the beginning, but soon after, cars started drag racing and that caused a safety concern. The drag racing was blocking traffic into downtown. Police were called in but say they had a hard time giving out orders, so they decided to call in their special task force. Soon after, they say the crowds dispersed. We spoke to a witness who described what he saw last night.
A lot of drag racing, a lot of traffic jam backed up, so we ran our bikes and cruised around and seen a large crowd of tires, rubber flying and tires going, smoking and everything.
And several cars were ticketed and towed along the way, but fortunately, no one was injured. Reporting live this morning, I'm Coco McElboy, Local 4 News Today.
All right, Coco, thank you. An investigation is underway after a shooting leaves a young man dead. Detroit police are telling us around 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday, a 20-year-old man was found unresponsive outside of a house on Freeland Street. He had to be taken to the hospital, but that is where he was pronounced dead. Police say that there are currently no suspects.
One man is dead and an officer is recovering after a crash on I-96. This all happened Sunday in the westbound lanes between Merriman and Middle Belt. The freeway was closed for hours. Investigators say that the officer had pulled over another car conducting a traffic stop when a car rear-ended the patrol vehicle. And sadly, that 43-year-old driver died. The officer is expected to have surgery today. There's new video that shows a Lyft driver getting help at a gas station after being shot on Detroit's west side. And investigators say a man opened fire into her SUV around 3 a.m. on Saturday on the Southfield Service Drive near Paul Avenue.
Yes, the 56-year-old woman then drove to a gas station on Warren Avenue to get help. She suffered wounds to the back and left hand. Meanwhile, another Lyft driver explains working that shift is risky, but the pay is better.
Like you have different time for professionals in the morning and different time for drunks for bar time. You want to work for people that are drunk or you're gonna get in trouble, you can make a lot of money. As a driver, we have a choice to not pick up people, not take people. We make it for ourselves to see, you know, I myself do not work after 1:30.
It's important to note that police have not determined if the driver was shot by a passenger or someone else entirely. At this time, police have not identified a suspect. The woman, though, is expected to fully recover.
Happening today, singer Trey Songz is set to appear in a Detroit courtroom today.
Yes, he's going to be facing a special pretrial conference. And Songz was arrested after he allegedly injured a Detroit police officer when he became belligerent after he was asked to get off of the stage during a concert at Joe Louis Arena last December. His trial is scheduled to begin on September 12th. An exhibit on works by artists during the civil rights movement opened at the Detroit Institute of Arts over the weekend. Art of Rebellion runs through October 22nd, and it's part of a community-wide reflection on the 1967 Detroit riots and features 34 paintings, sculptures, and photographs, mostly by African-American artists in the 1960s and 70s. The exhibit is in collaboration with the Charles H. Wright Museum of African American History, something you definitely want to check out.
Well, cast members from the new Detroit film, Detroit, made a special appearance at the Motown Museum on Sunday. You're looking at Leon Thomas III, Joseph David Jones, and Algie Smith. The three actors play roles in the upcoming movie that tells the story about the incident at the Algiers Motel during the 1967 riots. The film makes its world premiere at the Fox Theater this Thursday. I know a lot of people that are going to be going to that.
Absolutely. Looking forward to seeing it indeed. Well, this morning we'll be taking a look at some stories that are making headlines, and this would be all across the world.
Yeah, that includes the stories of 9 people found dead outside of a San Antonio Walmart, massive protests in the streets of Moscow, an out-of-control blaze tearing through a Massachusetts apartment complex, and incredible video of a building collapse in Myanmar.
And in our next hour in the carport, an advertising accident. Why Dan Gilbert is apologizing to the city this morning for what they put on one of their windows of one of their buildings. We'll tell you more about that.
But first, in a Help Me Hank report, we're going to tell you about the myths of buying a car and how to make sure that you don't get conned into spending extra cash. We're back in a minute.
Win tickets that could put you in the seats for a world premiere of a Hollywood movie.
Plus, where you can find high fashion at jaw-dropping prices. Today at 10 a.m. on Local 4.
Black Friday.
Welcome back, everybody. Car buying experts say the middle of the summer is one of the hottest times if you're looking for deals on buying a car.
And Brandon is in the market for one, so we know he's paying attention. But Brandon, before you pull out your wallet, you should know some of the common strategies that you likely use to find the best deals are actually myths.
All at low prices.
Based on TV, newspaper, even mailed ads, you might think that every week is the best week to buy a new car. But Consumer Reports is now advising shoppers to steer clear of marketing ploys disguised as special sales.
Brand new 2017 Sentra.
That said, though, other car buying experts have found the coming weeks really are the best time to get some new wheels, especially if you're okay with the 2017 model.
Because dealers want to clear those out, so you're going to see more discounts on those models.
Ron Montoya with Edmunds.com has found that it's time to clear out the 2017 models and make way for the 2018s. Either way, when shopping this year, try to avoid falling for the new batch of car buying myths out there.
Shopping at the end of the month, shopping on a rainy day, shopping 15 minutes before the dealership closes, shopping on Black Friday.
None of them really work, but instead use online loan calculators where you, not the dealership, do the calculating.
That's why it's important to use the calculator so you can kind of crunch the numbers.
It's a myth that you save money by getting your own loan instead of through the dealership.
A lot of these loans are subsidized by the manufacturer, and you can get 1 or potentially 0% loans, and that's not something you can get from a credit union.
And over time, 0% loans are worth a lot more than cash incentives.
Well, now I'm ready. I am ready. Thank you, Evrod. All right, let's take a look at your forecast on this Monday. We're back to work. We're back at it. And we're at least temporarily getting rid of the steam and sizzle out there for a couple of 2-3 days here. It's going to be very decent weather. Today, we're looking at 60s outside. 62 Sandusky, 62 Lapeer, 65 in Pontiac, 62 in Howell. So much better sleeping weather. And let's open those windows up today and air the joint out, right? Here's a look at the numbers for your Monday. Looking ahead, the only real rain chances today will be in our north zone areas along and north of I-69, closer to Lake Huron. 67 degrees at 8 a.m., 72 at noon. 75 the afternoon high. That's it. A good 10 to 15 degrees below what we were seeing last week, and without the humidity. We have a Tigers game tonight, and everything looks very, very nice and pleasant for all of your evening plans. So it's not the greatest boating day and out at the beach and pool kind of a day, but we could use a break, and certainly not going to be a terrible day. The wide view shows our wet weather has pushed off to the east. east. We have a little bit of cloud cover that is pouring in on the backside of this rainmaker. Counterclockwise flow around this area of low pressure will keep pouring in some of the clouds, and the wind's also going to be picking up this morning and into the afternoon, coming out of the northwest, and almost lake-enhanced cloud cover with us throughout the day. And rain chances aren't going to be real strong, but you just need to know a little spit and drizzle in our north zone, southern Ontario here as well. As we head through tomorrow, we get back into the sunshine, back into that 80-degree range, and really staying very dry throughout most of the week. Thursday, probably our next chance at some showers and storms, and the models are a little bit split on this one. So 75 today with the clouds, 80 tomorrow with more and more sunshine, low and middle 80s on Wednesday, and then we set the table for a frontal passage on Thursday, and this one again does bring some rain and thunder shower chances. We'll have to see how this one builds up throughout the week, but that does look like our next decent chance at some showers and storms in the area. Models are calling for an isolated storm chance on Friday, but it does look like the week ahead or weekend ahead looks very pleasant and dry. So we're hoping for some showers on Thursday, if that makes any sense. I know your grass and garden know what I'm talking about. Kim and 4 Live traffic, some weekend construction we're wrapping up, and what else?
That's right. The lodge closed down for the weekend. That is now back open, so feel free to use that this morning. But we do want to warn you about a serious injury accident over in Warren that has caused a road closure. North and southbound DeQuinder is closed right now between 11 and 12 Mile. So in the meantime, if you do want to get around this area, now we are hearing that it's going to be closed for quite some time because of that serious injury accident. You can use John R. or Ryan Road instead. Now let's talk about some construction over on northbound I-75. That's the service drive we're talking about here between Gratiot and East Grand Boulevard. Only one lane open between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. And this construction project is a daily thing happening throughout the week. So keep this in mind until Friday between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Also, we're going to let you know more about that accident over in Warren. We'll update you on that coming up at 5:54. Over to you.
Thank you, Cam. It is 5:46 now. Let's turn to some stories that are making headlines all across the world.
Yes.
In fact.
First, eyes around the nation are right here in Detroit, waiting to see if a judge will extend or discontinue a stay in the deportation for hundreds of refugees. Friday, attorneys from the ACLU appeared before Judge Mark Goldsmith, asking him to extend this temporary order pausing the deportations. The current order is set to expire tonight at 11:59 p.m. According to the attorneys, an extension would allow the detainees a chance to prove that they could face persecution if returned to Iraq. We're also following a handful of other stories from across the nation, taking a look at Kentucky, Massachusetts, Connecticut and New York. But first we go to San Antonio, Texas, where 9 people are found dead in a tractor trailer outside of a Walmart store. The truck was discovered in a Walmart parking lot on Saturday. Temperatures outside were over 100 degrees down there in Texas. Police found 38 people inside and 8 of them were dead. The others were rushed to the hospital where one person later died. A 60-year-old man from Florida is in federal custody in connection with the case. And a series of storms have led to multiple flash flooding warnings. This is in 2 states being hit particularly hard. You're looking at video from Kentucky and also South Carolina, where floodwaters have risen rapidly over the weekend. No deaths have been reported, but one Kentucky man is missing after waters swept away his entire home.
A massive fire has gutted a luxury apartment complex that was under construction. Firefighters say that the fire started around 4 Sunday morning. It quickly spread from 2 buildings to 5 before all of the buildings collapsed. About 30 vehicles at a nearby auto body shop were also destroyed. No one was hurt, thankfully, and the cause of that fire is still being investigated. Well, more than 90 people at a concert had to be rushed to a hospital on Friday night. Several that attended Chance the Rapper's sold-out concert in Hartford, Connecticut, had to receive treatment for severe alcohol intoxication. Many of them were reportedly underage. About 50 people were charged. Police say a number of them are scheduled to appear in court next week. And a squirrel on the attack in New York. Several people were actually bitten at Brooklyn's Prospect Park, and now health officials are hoping that they'll come forward to get treatment for possible rabies exposure. An unusually aggressive squirrel has bitten at least 5 people near the entrance of that park.
And next we turn to Afghanistan, where the death toll continues to rise after a suicide bombing early this morning in Kabul. A suicide vehicle bombing, this is the Afghan capital, killed at least 24 people and wounded more than 40 others. Police say that the blast happened when a vehicle exploded near a bus carrying Afghan intelligence staff. The Taliban has claimed responsibility for the attack. The bombing is the latest in a long line of attacks in the capital, as more than 1,500 civilians have been killed. 1,500 in attacks so far this year. Now to Myanmar. Intense video surfacing of the moment a Buddhist pagoda slips off of a cliff edge and into the river. Visitors were left speechless as they watched the structure slowly slide right into the fast-flowing water. Recent heavy rain is said to have weakened the base, which was on the riverbank there. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
Finally, we turn to Russia, where the streets of Moscow were filled with demonstrators all weekend long. The protests were in response to government censorship of internet content and control of online activities. More than 800 people reportedly flooded the streets of central Moscow on Sunday, and the demonstrations are expected to continue today.
A 5-year-old girl and her father were hit with a fine by the City of London, a pretty unusual one. It was all over the sale of lemonade, a lemonade stand. So we'll tell you what that's all about coming up next.
Well, good Monday morning. Back to work, back to school? Is anybody in school? Well, if you are, we have a very pleasant day on tap. No air quality alert. I apologize for this up top. It is instead a very almost autumnal-like day compared to last week. 72 degrees at noon, 75 the afternoon high. That's it. And clouds are moving in. It'll be mostly cloudy and a little bit breezy with the best chance for a couple of drips in our north zone. Kim?
All right, well, I have this accident over in Warren we want to warn you about. It's a pretty serious one, so this closure is going to be here for a while. North and southbound to Quinder closed between 11 and 12 Mile. In the meantime, to get around this one, use John R. Orion Road instead.
All right, listen to this one. A 5-year-old girl and her father were hit with a nearly $200 fine just for having a lemonade stand in London.
Yeah, this is so bizarre, but the girl was selling these small cups of lemonade for 65 cents to people that were attending a music festival nearby. So then law enforcement officers approached her table.
Yeah, so the girl offered the officers some lemonade, but instead the officers handed her a lengthy statement essentially telling the young girl that she would be fined for selling products without a license. The father wrote an article about what happened for a London newspaper. Readers, as you can imagine, were outraged, and then the story went viral very quickly online. Today, London has apologized. The police there in London apologizing to the girl and her father and say that they will cancel the fine. Can you imagine the little girl's reaction? Like,
yeah.
What is going on, Dad?
I would imagine that she might have thought it was a joke or something like that, or at least the parents probably did.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad that it's canceled, though. This morning on the Today Show, a busy day coming on Capitol Hill as multiple big stories are developing throughout the day.
Yes, one of the biggest stories to watch in Washington today is about Jared Kushner. He's facing the Senate Intelligence Committee concerning the Russia investigation. Let's get to NBC's Kelly O'Donnell with more.
Good morning. A new turn in the Russia investigation as the president's son-in-law and White House senior advisor Jared Kushner goes to Capitol Hill to testify behind closed doors before the House and Senate Intelligence Committees. An interview where he'll talk about any meetings he's had with Russian officials, and they hope to learn if there is anything else that has not yet been publicly disclosed. The president hits the road today and tomorrow, visiting West Virginia and Ohio, and with him it's expected he'll take his new White House communications director, a shakeup in the communications shop, and Anthony Scaramucci says one of his first priorities is getting rid of the leakers. More on all of this coming up from your NBC White House unit on Today.
We'll definitely be tuning in for that. It is 5:57, everybody, and Local 4 is currently accepting submissions for this year's Film Challenge Detroit. The theme this year is Good versus Evil, and if you are a filmmaker, you can upload a 5 to 15-minute video on our website. Just go to filmchallengedetroit.com. You have until September 22nd to do that, and there is a big grand prize to go along with it. A trip for 4 to the Sundance Film Festival opening weekend, as well as some cash. Not bad. All right, coming up all new at 6 o'clock, local stories for you from Detroit, Shelby Township, and Livonia.
Also cracking down on drunk driving parents, a restaurant's new policy targeting parents dining with children that's getting national attention.
Also, was it a big letdown? We'll tell you why many are feeling cheated after the race between Olympian Michael Phelps and a shark for Shark Week. We're back with that and more in just 1 minute.
29 live from downtown Detroit. Local 4 News Today at 6 starts now.
It's been 50 years since the riots in Detroit left a permanent mark on our city and our country. The city left scarred and in disarray. This morning, as the city continues to look forward, we take a look back at this defining moment in our history.
Plus, Detroit businessman Dan Gilbert is apologizing this morning. Apologizing, and actually he's calling tone deaf. We're going to talk about this ad that has sparked a lot of controversy and why it sparked controversy in the first place.
And we're taking a look at your forecast on a Monday. The temperatures, the clouds, everything starting to look and feel a little bit more like fall than the end of July. We'll explain that. Maybe a welcome change for you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Some folks, after getting through the intense heat in the 90s and the high humidity, might find today a bit refreshing.
I will only find it refreshing if Franklin Cider Mill opens up and they serve some donuts and cider.
I don't know if that's going to happen just quite
Can we
yet.
talk to Mr. Franklin or something and
We're
make it
not
happen?
too far away from that, though, you
I know. I cannot wait. It's a wonderful time of year when that comes around.
Yes, but let's savor summer while we have it still.
And enjoy the cooler temperatures, in fact.
Yes, it will be at least today, and I think even most of tomorrow will be on the pleasant side where we can kind of open the windows, go broke, saving some money. If you know what I mean, you know, turn the AC off. 66 degrees with a northwest wind at 6 right now. Here's a look at your day ahead. We will have more and more cloud cover. Really, the only decent chance for rain would be up in our north zone. Some north zone drizzle, at least possible through the late morning and afternoon hours. Winds are going to be coming from the north and dragging those clouds from Lake Huron and Lake Michigan down our way, keeping temperatures at bay. 72 at noon, 75 degrees your afternoon high temperature. And yes, the Tigers are back home tonight, so tailgating in the low and middle 70s and the numbers falling back down into the upper 60s throughout the game. So it could be sweatshirt or long sleeve weather for you and the family. Just dropping that now. We'll take a look at improving sunshine and temperature numbers coming up in just a couple of minutes. Right now, Kim, though, has a very important start to your work week traffic.
That's right. We do have a serious accident I want to warn you about. But first, let's take a look at the big picture here. Your freeways looking great. We've got green on our map, so nothing need to worry about that if you are headed out this way. But just be careful of this for those of you traveling through Warren. We have an accident, and it's a pretty serious one. North and southbound DeQuinder is closed between 11 and 12 Mile because of that accident. So in the meantime, if you do want to get around here, you travel through the Warren area, you can take John R. or Ryan Road instead. Other than that, as I said, we are looking good, but we have construction on Grand River. I'll tell you about a closure happening there for construction coming up at 6:14. Over to you.
All right, Kim, thank you. It's 6:02 now. And 50 years ago today, chaos was found in the streets of Detroit.
Prejudice and discrimination reached a boiling point here in the city. And now the 1967 unrest and riots, the violence that took place then, are forever etched in our history. And we're taking a look back. Coco McAvoy joins us now live from Gordon Park, where the riots began.
The riots started here in Gordon Park after police raided an after-hours bar, and the riots forever changed the city.
I can see the fire coming down towards our house.
People who lived in Detroit 50 years ago can't erase what they heard and saw during the riots.
I saw that the National Guard, some of them was on top of my house with their guns. We were so afraid. They had a curfew for us to be in at a certain time.
We couldn't sleep at night. We couldn't go anywhere. Word about the guys coming in, you know, with the guns and things. It was terrible.
The riots began on Detroit's west side, and over the course of just 5 days, more than 7,200 people were arrested, more than 1,400 buildings were burned, and 43 people were killed. Both the National Guard and U.S. Army filled the neighborhoods.
It's easy for us to get together now and think nothing of it. But in those days, it was a different story entirely.
Detroit Police Chief James Craig says he can't forget what happened.
I worked with some of the same officers that were deployed during the '67 conflict. And I knew then, if I really was going to be about change, I needed to lead this organization.
50 years later brings time for reflection, and many are remembering the riots as an event in history that forever changed the city's landscape.
War was declared on this community in '67 and 2017. As an activist for this community, we still fighting for the land over here.
And there's now a historical marker here to remember what happened 50 years ago.
And that was Coco McAvoy reporting. For more on the riots and its profounding impact on the city and the country, you can visit many of our museums, the DIA, the Wright Museum, and also the Detroit Historical Society, as well as more information right on clickondetroit.com.
Detroit Police Chief James Craig is speaking out now on recent violence against his officer. We'll start with the left side of your screen. That is where on Saturday officers were fired at after responding to a report of a man with a gun on the city's east side. Then in the middle there, officers had a gun pulled on them on Friday on Winthrop Street. That's on the city's west side. And there on the right side of your screen, officers were fired on yet again on Thursday. This was in southwest Detroit.
In one of the three instances, a suspect armed with a .45 did fire several shots at police officers, fortunately not striking. And this is a very troubling trend for me, troubling trend for the men and women who go out and protect and serve. And we know this is representative of a very small part of our community. We're talking about the criminal part.
This violence has got to stop. The chief also spoke about the need for people to stop engaging police officers in an aggressive way, calling it a troubling trend. They're here to protect and serve. A city ambulance is involved in a crash on Detroit's west side, and we're told the ambulance was on the way to a run when a woman in a rental car T-boned it. Police say that she was speeding and was hospitalized. She is currently listed in temporary serious condition.
President Trump's senior advisor and son-in-law Jared Kushner will appear in a closed-door session on Capitol Hill today. He'll be answering questions on Russian meddling. Meanwhile, the president's new White House communications director insisted that the president is not thinking about pardoning himself.
The president's thinking about pardoning nobody because it has been coming up a lot. There's an undercurrent of nonsensical stuff. The truth of the matter is that the president's not going to have to pardon anybody because the Russian thing is a nonsensical thing. I was there early on in the campaign. I didn't have any interactivity with Russians. I didn't see anybody have any interactivity with Russians.
President Trump's son-in-law, Donald Trump Jr., and campaign manager Paul Manafort have agreed to sit-down talks with the Senate Judiciary Committee. The two men agreed to provide records and to be privately interviewed ahead of any public sessions.
It is 6:07 now, and some of your favorite cars might be going away. We'll tell you the models General Motors is considering getting rid of.
Also, speaking of cars, our own Jason Carr just arrived at the carport. Good morning.
Good morning to you. What is wrong with this photo? Answer: enough to get an apology from Detroit businessman and billionaire Dan Gilbert. That story is coming up after we pay some bills.
Good Monday morning. Yeah, you don't necessarily want to start the week talking about life insurance, but it's important. And a lot of people don't understand how much life insurance they need. So let's talk a little bit about that. It's based on your need, okay? So say you're married, you got a couple of kids, the kids are young. You are saying, okay, well, how much do I need? Well, you need to do things like replace the income if you were to die, mortgage payoff, college educations. Well, how much is that going to be? Sometimes it's between 5, 6, maybe 7 times your annual income. So oftentimes you can get your insurance through your employer, and they offer multiples of your income that you can buy through your employer. Also, if you're single, that's a low need. You don't really need much, and so you don't need to buy much. And oftentimes, with you buying through your employer, your job comes with, say, $50,000 worth of life insurance. And so that's all you would necessarily need. You don't need to buy any more. But if your work life insurance does not sufficiently cover you, you probably want to go to a place that doesn't cost a lot for insurance, like, say, a fraternal, Knights of Columbus, or even the Foresters, okay? You can check those out as well. Now, if you want to figure out how to figure out how much you need for life insurance, go to my money page at clickondetroit.com. We'll show you exactly how.
Does you
Welcome back, everybody. The ad was only a display for a few hours.
But Jason, that's all it took, and it's raising some eyebrows now.
And that includes the eyebrows of Detroit businessman Dan Gilbert. He's apologizing, calling the ad tone deaf. The ad in question is this one right here. It went up over the weekend on a Bedrock-owned building at Woodward and Congress. Bedrock is Gilbert's property management company. So what's the problem? Well, if you take a closer look, the text on the ad says, "See Detroit like we do." Now, the issue, many pointed out on the Bedrock Facebook page, is mostly white people in the photo beneath the text. Detroit's population, of course, is predominantly black and Latino. Gilbert issued an apology on the Facebook page saying, "We screwed up badly," and now they have scrapped the ad and its accompanying campaign. We drove by the building this morning, and you can see the ad is no more. Let's get reaction in Facebook here in the carport. See what you're saying. Cliff says, "A mistake infers an unintentional act or accident. This was no mistake." John, that what Detroit trying to be? Samuel says, "You can't whitewash a city." You too can join that conversation on our Local 4 Facebook page. Now, coming up in the carport at 6:30, the big reveals from this year's San Diego, drink it in, Comic-Con. And we're talking big reveals.
Looking forward to that.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Jason. In the meantime, it is a big day for our own Bernie Smilovitz and Gleaners. It is their summer classic golf outing at Detroit Golf Club, Brandon. Something tells me they're going to appreciate your forecast today.
Well, we are certainly hopeful of it, and it looks pretty good just about everywhere today, with the exception of our north zone. And I know the golf outing at the DGC close here in Wayne County, so we should be A-OK. Our Local 4 storm pins, look at this great shot here. This is from CF Cheermom down in Trenton. I think this was from Saturday, but look at that storm cloud starting to drop out on the bottom, and she asks, is this a tornado? We didn't have any reports of that, so probably a little funnel cloud that didn't officially touch down as a tornado, but a little rotation in that Saturday afternoon, evening thunderstorm. Even more on Sunday downriver and down in our south zone. But our Local 4 storm pins a free app. We ask you to join under WDIV. 66 degrees out there right now. A beautiful look. We do have a little bit of cloud cover starting to move in, and the clouds will help to keep our temperatures down. A little welcome relief for golfers, for anybody out there. Now, if today's your big beach day or heading out on the boat, a little bit of trouble both in the sky conditions, cool air, and also a little bit of a chop. Northwest winds 7 to 17, gusting over 20 from time to time, starting later this morning and through the afternoon. 72 degrees at noon and only 75 for a high temperature today. So that's a solid 10 to 15 degrees below what we saw last week, and the humidity is also way, way down, so we can open the windows. A little welcome relief today. Tonight, Royals are in town. downtown against our Tigers. And again, conditions look very nice in the middle 70s, tailgating falling into the 60s. So could be a sweatshirt weather for some of you tonight. We have these clouds coming at us on the backside of this low pressure system, which brought us the wet weather over the weekend in spots. As we look ahead to the 7-day, we're back to 80 degrees tomorrow and lots of sun. Low in middle 80s Wednesday, and really our next chance for decent rain and thunder will be on Thursday, and even that looks fairly weak, so it's a pretty dry looking 7-day stretch here if you're thinking about your grass and garden. Our Hanson's weather window, a beautiful shot of some mums, I think. No?
That's fall.
Mums are in the fall? Yeah. So these are dads? No. This is Telegraph down in Taylor, I believe. Taylor or Trenton? I forget. We were downriver getting what? Marigolds and dandelions coming from the peanut gallery.
That's
here.
not dandelions.
Well, there's one or two in there maybe, Kim.
No.
You can't see underneath.
We'll work on that. All right, well, it is time to take a look at our 1-800-CALL-SAM Chopper shot, and this is that accident we have in Warren, the pretty serious one. You can see this is DeQuinder shut down north and southbound lanes here at 11 Mile. It is closed between 11 and 12 Mile because of this accident. So we're going to keep you informed on this. But in the meantime, if you do travel this way, you're going to want to use John R. or Ryan Road instead. Now let's take a look at some construction over in Farmington, westbound Grand River between Middle Belt and Farmington Road here. That is going to be closed for a nightly project starting tonight at 8 p.m. and it will reopen tomorrow at 5 a.m. So in the meantime, if you do travel through the Farmington area, you're going to want to use 8 Mile instead. And of course, we're going to keep you updated on that Warren accident. I'll give you an update coming up at 6:24. Evrod.
Thank you, Kim. We'll see you then. It is 6:17 and it's time for your consumer headlines. General Motors considering phasing out cars from its lineup. Plus, airlines are paying up for their mistreatment of customers. But first, a scandal involving those deadly Takata airbags. More scandal, I should say. Maribel Aver is joining us live now from New York. We'll start there. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Scandal after scandal. Faulty Takata airbags are being used as replacements for original defective devices in Australia. This is according to the Australian consumer group Choice. The organization says 5 car makers admitted swapping defective airbags as a temporary fix. Toyota says the replacements would be safe for several years since problems only emerged as the airbags age. That's according to a BBC report. 3 U.S. airlines will pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines to settle government claims they violated rules aimed at protecting consumers. American Airlines failed to make timely refunds to passengers. Delta underreported the number of mishandled baggage complaints, and Frontier involuntarily bumped passengers from overbooked flights without first seeking volunteers or offering proper compensation. All of this is according to the Department of Transportation Department. General Motors may eliminate 6 cars from its lineups. The 6 are the Volt Hybrid, the Buick LaCrosse, the Cadillac, the CT6, and the XTS, the Chevy Impala, and Sonic. All this is according to a report from Reuters. The review of the models comes as car sales drop as consumers turn to SUVs and pickup trucks. That's latest in biz. Have a great start to the week, Evrod.
All righty, Maribel. Have a great start to your week as well. Thank you.
It is 6:19 here on your Monday morning, and Olympian Michael Phelps raced a shark, and it was quite the build-up.
Right.
Sounds very exciting.
Yeah.
A lot of viewers are feeling pretty disappointed, though, this morning.
Yeah, we'll tell you why. But first, do you remember the movie Operation Dumbo Drop? I don't remember that one, but this was Operation Rescue Dumbo, sort of. We'll have that for you coming up next. And before we go to break, let's meet today's Facebook friend for the day. We saw her just a moment ago, so let's see if we have her again. We want to introduce you to Amy Adamini. She's from Shelby Township. And Poppy, her rescue pup from down south. She says that they both love, there they are, they both love to go on long walks in the woods.
And hopefully, Amy, you love pizza too, because we have a gift card, compliments of our friends from Tormina's Pizza. You get that just for being our friend of the day. And for everybody else out there, if you would like the same, make sure you like the Local 4 Facebook page and follow the link where it says Friend of the Day. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. A dramatic rescue caught on video when the Sri Lanka Navy helped save 2 elephants from drowning. The animals were spotted by a Navy patrol more than a half a mile from the shore on Sunday. They were clearly in distress, barely keeping their trunks above the water. The Navy mounted what is called a mammoth rescue operation, sending in divers and multiple vessels. The elephants were towed back to shore before being released back into the wild. It's pretty wild, Brandon.
It is. They're normally very good swimmers, but some trouble there. All right, here's your forecast. 66 outside right now with some sunshine busting out, but we do have clouds moving in. By lunchtime, 72 degrees, only 75 for a high temperature, thanks to some cloud cover and those winds out of the northwest. That'll be 7 to 17, occasionally gusting over 20. Rain chances today primarily confined to the Thumb region. Kim?
All right, well, we want to warn you about this accident closure. North and southbound DeQuinder currently closed right now because of a serious accident. This is closed between 11 and 12 miles. So in the meantime, what you can do is use John R. or Ryan Road instead.
All right, let's take a look at the sports report on your Monday morning. Tigers look to take momentum gained from a series win in Minnesota against the Royals at Comerica tonight. Checking out Jose Iglesias. Boom! A huge home run and 3 RBIs against the Twins. Pitcher Matthew Boyd tossed a gem through 6 innings with 8 strikeouts, and the Tigers would win it in Minnesota Sunday 9-6. Again, they're hosting the Royals tonight. Verlander on the mound. In golf, this guy, Jordan Spieth, became the youngest American to ever win the British Open, or the Open Championship as it is called. He joined Jack Nicklaus as the second golfer to win 3 majors before turning 24 years old, and it's good. It was an interesting round yesterday for sure. Always is in England, right? Michael Phelps took to the open water to test his speed against a great white shark. Well, kind of. Got off to a good start. Shark pulled ahead in the stretch. By the way, he didn't actually race against a great white shark real time, leaving many viewers a little misled, according to Twitter. Shark wins by 2 seconds. Shark wins! Shark wins.
And Shark Week continues throughout this entire week. But Kim DeJulia she enjoyed it. Remember, we were talking about that this morning.
Yes.
So.
I missed the whole thing.
Me too. It is 6:26, everybody. Coming up next at 6:30, local stories for you from Livonia, Mount Clemens, and Shelby Township.
Plus, 316 years and still going strong. Did you know that it's Detroit's birthday today?
Oh.
We're all celebrating this morning. How you can join in on the celebration of Detroit coming up.
Plus, this Olympian's long road to recovery led to this magical moment. It's next in today's top video. Keep it here. It's time for today's top video, everybody. Former Olympic high jumper Jamie Nieto made good on his promise to walk down the aisle at his wedding after suffering an injury that left him partially paralyzed.
What an incredible moment. With a little help from a groomsman, the 2-time Olympian made it to the altar. Doctors didn't think that he would ever walk again. 15 months ago, Nieto suffered a spinal cord injury during a backflip that left him partially paralyzed with no feeling in his hands or feet. Wow. Very happy bride there.
Yeah.
We're back in a moment.
Prepare to... Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News Today at 6:30 starts now.
Well, good Monday morning, everybody.
Yes, it is Monday. The weekend's over. Embrace it. Happy Monday.
We are following several big stories for you this morning, several serious stories, in fact. First, all new overnight, a suspected drag racing event busted by police. We'll tell you what investigators say about this dangerous party that's coming up.
Also ahead, tragedy in Texas. Questions still remain after 9 people died after they were stuck in a sweltering trailer for hours.
But first, we are following some breaking news right now out of Madison Heights.
Let's get to Coco McAvoy. She just arrived on the scene. Coco, what's going on there?
Rhonda and Evrod, this is still an active scene. I just spoke to an officer out here, and he tells me that a man on a motorized wheelchair was hit by a car here. Now, let me show you what's going on. We're on DeQuinder between 11 and 12 Mile. You can see the remnants of that motorized scooter here in the road. And I want to show you this car right here. That's the car that a police officer tells me ended up running into the man. Now, you can see that this road is blocked off between 11 and 12 Mile roads here. This will be closed for quite some time. Now, here's the thing. They tell me that man on that motorized scooter was seriously injured. However, if we walk a couple steps down here, you can vaguely see here that there is a hospital right here, St. John's Hospital. That man was transported to the hospital immediately. However, officers tell me he's not doing well at this time. He was seriously injured in this crash. Again, this section of the road will be closed for a couple of hours as police investigate. We'll continue to stay out here and gather more information on scene, and we'll update you on clickondetroit.com. Back to you.
We certainly hope that that person is going to be okay, and glad that they were at least in close proximity to that hospital.
Coco, thank you. We do want to send things over now to cover more on the accident and how to get around it with Kim.
That's right. Thank you, guys. Well, if you do travel through that area, we want to get you around that as the traffic volume starts to build. It is rush hour right now, so you can use John R. or Ryan Road to get around that for right now. And of course, we're going to keep you updated on that closure when that reopens. But as Coco just said, it should be closed for quite some time as they conduct an investigation on that scene. Now let's take a look right now with our Sky 4 chopper just to show you what the roads look like at the moment over on our freeways. This is I-75 right at I-94. Traffic volumes building in this area, but you can see we've got dry roads to start off the day. Doesn't even look too sunny either, so that's a good thing for your morning commute. Accident-free in this area.
All right, quick check of your forecast on this Monday morning, and we're looking live at Mount Clemens. Clouds are a little thicker, a little more evident here in our north zone as we get up along and north of M59. As we are closer to Lake Huron, all of those things add up to the greater chance for a couple of spritzes and sprinkles in our north zone later, but nothing really happening right now. 66 degrees, a little northwest wind at 7. Those winds will be picking up out of the north-northwest, 7 to 17, so dragging in some lake-enhanced cloud cover, especially again closer to Lake Huron, where we have the better chance for a little bit of light rain today. The rest of us really won't see it, but a different feel. The humidity is down. The sun is gone for a good chunk of the day. 72 at noon, 75 degrees for your afternoon high. And because of that breeze, hair cast is not quite in the good category. But again, the humidity is down. It will be a very pleasant day today. We can keep the windows open and sort of enjoy the calm air for now. We will warm things back up in your 7-day and bring some sunshine back, so we'll have that, guys, coming up. In the meantime, if you're heading out, you need your 7-day. You can find it. Find your zone. 4-zone weather is right there on the weather tab. ClickOnDetroit.com.
Thank you, Brandon. It is 6:33 now, and new from overnight. Detroit police shut down a drag racing party on the city's west side.
And the street party took place at Grand River Avenue between Livernois and Oakman Boulevard. Police say that there weren't any problems in the beginning, but soon after, cars started drag racing. The drag racing was blocking traffic into downtown. Police were called in, but say that they had a hard time dispersing the crowd, so they decided to call in their special task force. Soon after, they say that the crowds disperse. We did speak with a witness who described what he saw.
A lot of drag racing, a lot of traffic jam backed up, so we ran our bikes and cruised around and seen a large crowd of tires, rubber flying and tires going, smoking and everything.
Thankfully, there were no injuries or crashes. Police also tell us that they had to ticket several drivers, and they even towed away a few cars as well. We're following other stories for you from across the metro area.
Yeah, stories from Mount Clemens, Shelby Township, Detroit, and Livonia. And that's where one man is dead and a police officer is hurt after a crash between Merriman and Middle Belt on westbound I-96. Police telling us the officer was conducting a traffic stop when a car rear-ended that officer's patrol vehicle. The car was being driven by a 43-year-old man from Heartland, and driver sadly was pronounced dead on the scene. The Livonia officer was also hurt and had to be taken to the hospital. He's expected to have surgery later today. And on Detroit's west side now, a manhunt continues after a deadly shooting. Investigators say a 20-year-old man was found unresponsive outside of a home on Freeland Street, just west of the Lodge Freeway. Police haven't released a description of the suspect just yet.
Over in Shelby Township, many gathered to learn self-defense and also raise awareness for Danielle Stislicki, who still remains missing. Before the event kicked off, Danielle's father explained the importance of advocating for all missing persons in our state.
I think it's very important to get this awareness out. In Michigan, there's over 4,000 people that have gone missing. I know the focus lately has been on my daughter, but every day there's somebody else that's missing.
Floyd Galloway has been named as a person of interest in the case of the missing 28-year-old Stislicki. Galloway has also been charged in a separate case involving an attack on a female jogger in Livonia.
And in Mount Clemens now, surveillance video captures a man breaking into this Thai restaurant. Now police need your help. You just heard the thief smash right into Thai Orchid Cuisine, the front glass of that restaurant. It's near Gratiot. It's on Cherry Street. And this happened early Sunday. The restaurant will be closed today because of that crime. But if you happen to recognize that sort of blurry image there or know anything about the incident, please contact Mount Clemens Police.
It is now 6:36 here on your Monday morning, and it's looking to stop parents from drunk driving after a night of dining out with their children.
Still ahead, we'll tell you all about this new rule that one restaurant is rolling out. Jason? We've got trailers, and a whole lot more trailers coming up in the carport, and the big movie news that's coming out of San Diego Comic-Con. That's coming up. Keep it here.